Welcome to Granny Knows AI. I'm Fiona, your friendly guide to all things AI and digital design. I help seniors and beginners discover the joy of creating with AI no stress, just step-by-step creativity. Join my digital design community to start learning, creating, and having fun with AI. The link is in the description box below.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Granny Knows AI. This is Fiona. In this video I wanted to show you how you can expand on the prompts that GPT gives you when you're using my Junk Journal Kit Creator GPT. Now, this is available for free if you are a member of my Digital Design Club. All my links are below. If not, you can purchase the GPT as a one-off. So I'm in the interface here, and I was just starting a new junk journal kit. And so when you first go into it, I have another video where I explain how to use the GPT. So if you haven't seen that one, you might want to watch that one first. But it's going to give you a summary here of your kit and explain, you know, what it's all about. It's going to give you a color palette as well, and all these things you can change if you don't like them. You can just go down the bottom and keep typing in, you know, something that you want it to change. So that this video is an example of how you can change things up. So okay, so it's given me all that, and it's given me the color palette, and it also has given me 16 background page prompts. So 16 pages here. You see the first one, it says watercolor. Actually I can't read that here while I'm doing a narration voiceover, because when I first made this video, I've already made the video, the sound was terrible. It was awful. You couldn't hear what I was saying. So now I'm doing a voiceover, and while I'm recording, the screen does go a little bit blurry. That's just what happens in this software that I'm using. So some of it I'm finding hard to read at the moment, but basically I'm explaining what it's given me for these papers, what prompts it has given me, and then I'm going to go in and show you how you can change some of it up. But it's given me here also some pattern page prompts, 6 of them here. So they're different sort of seamless patterns or patterned type pages. And then it's also given me blank ephemera bases. Now when I set this up, I originally wanted it to create blank ephemera bases so that you could put your own clip art on top. So it's just given sort of blankish, you know, tags and tickets and journal cards and things like that, with a, you know, some kind of a border and with colors that are in keeping with the color palette of the kit. But I wanted to show you, if you didn't just want the blank bases, you can go in and ask it to change it up so that you actually have images on your ephemera. So I'm just coming down the bottom here, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me the ephemera bases again, but can you add images onto the ephemera rather than having blank bases. Okay, so let's see what we get. So it's going to keep it in the watercolor plus paper cut style, which I asked for. This is a particular style that I wanted, which is called paper cutout style. So it's come up with some more journal cards here, which are illustrated. So when I run it through again, and I'll show you in a minute when I go into Artistly, which is what I use for my AI art generation. That's also linked below if you're interested in Artistly. It only has a one-time payment, it's not a monthly fee to use it. So it's given me some prompts for ones with graphics on instead of just the blank ones. And then it's also given me some tags, illustrated tags as well. Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the base prompt. We're going into the AI image designer. No, I'm going into the AI design agents, and I'm going into clip art. So I'm going to paste that prompt in and see what we get here. So this is going to give me the blank sort of base watercolor journal cards. Well, a journal card sheet. So it should really give me, normally it would give me a sheet of journal cards, but it may not. It may just make them separate. I'm just trying it out to see what it gives me. And yeah, so it's given me one journal card per sheet, because that's using the clip art generator. But if I go into image designer and then I go to the art illustrator, the AI art illustrator, it usually gives me a sheet of journal cards or tags, whatever I've asked for. But of course you can still use those blank ones, and you can just, you know, edit those out in Canva, or you can do it here in Artistly. Just remove the backgrounds and use those. And we're just waiting for it to process here. And there we go. So when we use the image designer and the artistic designer, we do get an actual sheet of cards or tags or whatever you're asking for. So these are the blank backgrounds, which are handy for you if you want blank tags and you want to just put your own sort of clip art onto them. And these ones here are pretty good because some of them have lines on them as well. And you can just take them into, you know, whether you use Canva or Photoshop, whatever you use. I use Canva these days for ease. And you can just crop them out. And then, you know, design each one as to how you want it to look. And you would upscale. You always have to upscale your images from Artistly. And you can do that in Artistly itself. You can upscale, you can convert to 300 dpi, and I'll show all those things in another video. But these are the blank cards. So I'll just go back to ChatGPT and have a look at the enhanced prompt that it's given me. So we've got a much longer prompt here. Going into the image designer, and I use the AI art illustrator, the artistic designer, sorry. I use the artistic designer, but I don't use version 2 because I don't really like the results. So I'll just, yeah, I'll just produce. You can do it any ratio you like, it depending on whether you want them vertical or horizontal on the page. And I'm just going to do 4. There we go. So I've done them horizontal, so I've got some nice horizontal journal cards that, you know, look a bit like postcards, and they are gorgeous. I just love them. It's put the stars and the moon and the silhouettes on there for me. So yeah, just to show you that you're not limited to what the GPT originally gives you. These ones have turned out beautifully for, you know, tall tags, or you could use those as bookmarks as well. And some more beautiful ones there. Okay, so now I've got an enhanced prompt for some tags. So I'm again going into the image designer and into the artistic designer, because I find that you get more to a sheet rather than just one at a time. You know, if you're wanting one at a time, like, use the clip art generator, because it generally does one at a time. The clip art generator is under AI design agents at the top there. So we're just going to see what we get for tags. Oh look, and it has done one on a single page. So you never really know what you're going to get, you know, even though I've set a sheet of tags, that's given me a full page. And that's just how it seems to work with AI. Like, sometimes you'll get what you want and sometimes you won't. Although it did say tall tags, so I'm thinking that may have influenced the result that I've got here. But all of these things are still very usable. You know, if you didn't want them to be tags, use them for something else. But I'm going to change up the prompt, I think, and take out that the word tall, and see if we get some tags next time. So I'm just reading through the prompt there, seeing how I can change it up. Yeah, I'm going to take out the word tall. And if you're finding it hard to read my screen, I will put a copy of these prompts. I'll put a link to them down below underneath the video so that you can see what prompts that I've used. And I'll also put them in the prompt library. Those of you that are also in my digital design club, which is on Ko-fi, you get free access to my prompt library where I add daily prompts. So what I'm doing is changing out this prompt so that, you know, it doesn't do such tall tags. I think I left all of it, the rest of it, the same. Not sure exactly what I changed there. But as I said, I'll go back and have a look at these prompts because I'm doing this voiceover. My video is not very clear while I'm recording, so I'm finding it hard to read those words, but I will find those prompts because I still have them in my Artistly, and I'll give you a link to them, to a document, so that you can download that. There we go. So we've got a single tag on that sheet. And oh, here we go. We have some tall tags here, and I think they're absolutely gorgeous, so we'll use those. And you can edit them out in a Canva. Just isolate those. And we have another whole page here. So yeah, I'm not sure why it's done that, but you know, you can make that into a tag. You're not, you know, we're just creating here, and you know, we don't always want to just get what the AI gives us and, you know, just use it as is anyway. You know, sometimes it is all about creating. I mean, I used to do everything by hand in Photoshop. I used to do it the old way. You know, I didn't have AI, I didn't produce my own images. I've done it all that way. The only reason I use AI now to produce images is because, well, for one thing, copyright is a huge thing these days. Using other people's images, even if they say, you know, change it up, you know, you've got heaps of other people using the same, and you know, so when you do AI, your images are completely your own and copyright free, and also for the fastness of it. So I think I changed the prompt there to say tag sheet, because I don't think it said sheet of tags, or so I've changed it anyway to say tag sheet, and I think then it might give me more than one. So yeah, here we go. So we have a sheet of tags now, which is what we wanted, and Artistly has put some beautiful images on there in the style that I wanted. You know, I was going for this watercolor nighttime sort of celestial kind of look, and the images of the characters, or the children, are sort of like a paper cutout type of thing. They're silhouettes, but that was what I wanted, so that's really good. And see how it gives you different sized tags as well. They're not all the same. So you can just come in and look at what it's given you, and you can expand on that. You know, we've got the original clip art prompts here, but they're very short, so I would want them a lot more detailed than what it gives me. And it's funny because sometimes it gives you detailed prompts and other times it doesn't. But that's what I wanted to show you, is that all you have to do is type in and ask for what you want. And so I'm putting in, please please enhance the clip art prompts. So it's explained what it's doing at the top there, and then you know, keeping in with the kids' theme and colours and everything. And so we come down and it's given us 20 more clip art prompts, and they're much more detailed than the original. Well, it's given me more here. It's given me 31 prompts, and then some extra ideas at the bottom there, so that's really good. And then it always asks you more questions at the bottom, so if you want it to give you more and go even further, you know, you can say yes or no, or just type in what you want the GPT to do. And I think it's really great when it asks questions of, you know, would you like me to do this or that, because it's also giving you a lot more ideas. So I think I wanted to go with one of these ideas. I'm having trouble reading it, but what I'm typing in, let's see, I might remember if I can see this. Oh, character expansion. So yeah, I wanted to expand on what the children were doing in the images, because I think initially they were just like reaching up to the stars. So I wanted to expand on the different things that the children could be doing in the images, which I thought was a really good idea. So I've got even more clip art images there, and I could also put these onto the tags or the journal cards or the pages, whatever I want to do, because it also gives you background page ideas. A couple of, you'll see after it's done giving you all your pages, it'll also give you a couple of background page ideas, and you could put those on there or wherever you want to in the kit, on your pockets, envelopes. And yeah, I know I haven't gone into great detail of actually creating a full kit yet. That's because it's going to take, you know, a few videos to go from my GPT and going through all that, and then actually going into Artistly and choosing the images that I want, perfecting everything, upscaling, cropping, etc., and then going into Canva and creating the actual kit. So I'm sort of doing things in, you know, sort of little snippets videos, because I mean they're quite long as it is. Well, I think this one's about half an hour, which isn't too bad, but you know, I don't want to overwhelm you, so in this video I'll just, you know, the last couple of videos I'm talking about how to use the GPT, the Junk Journal Kit Creator GPT, and I'm going to be you know, upgrading this GPT. I'm going to be adding things to it, so once you've got it, you don't have to pay for any, you know, any more enhancements that I make to it, but I'll let you know when I do that. So yeah, in another video we'll go through choosing our images in Artistly, and then how I would edit those ready to take into Canva to create an actual junk journal kit. Okay, so I've expanded on the background page themes. So it must have asked me, do you want me to expand on the background page themes? So I've obviously said yes, I'd like you to do that. So it's given different themes. Yeah, so I've got even more background page ideas here, and it's also expanded on the patterned pages, so you can still use the original prompts, but plus you've got a lot more prompts here to use as well. So it's keeping in the same sort of style and theme, but it's expanding on it. So I mean, and out of all of these you could make, you know, another whole kit, like another whole kit of patterned papers that are slightly different but kind of the same, but they will go with this kit, if you know what I mean. So you can expand on the prompts, just changing it slightly, and you can end up with a whole new printable set of digital papers or tags, or you know, whatever you want to make, or a mini kit or something like that. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm finishing up here. Oh yeah, I was just explaining down the bottom here, it says would you like a mini folio companion pack? Or it can't actually create a folio, but it can give you an idea for a folio. You know, it can't create the actual things like pockets and envelopes. It can create images of them, but you would go through and create that yourself. Okay guys, so thanks so much for watching. I'm sorry about the narration of this video, but thanks for being patient with me, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Don't forget, all my links are below, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up and comment, and I shall see you soon.